Welcome back to the channel, Pokemaniacs. We've got a new episode of Pokemon Collections. It's been a minute, but we have some really good ones. So, kicking it off, we have this fantastic collection coming from Azul Ryu. Says he's been collecting for quite some time, specifically his favorite Gyarados is what it's looking like. Now there's a really thick mixture here of just all sorts of stuff. Figures, cards, other various collectibles. We got the shiny Gyarados Pikachu cloak. There is a Blue Eyes White Dragon there in the top shelf. I don't know if we should tell him, but it looks like there's just a good mixture of like official merchandise in here, but even maybe some like fan stuff, or maybe there's just some like imported things. Just tons and tons of Gyarados. He's even got some Magikarp in there, and also there's one of the manhole covers that they make. I think this is just a replica, not the actual manhole cover. There's also some additional water Pokemon in there. That we got Blastoise, Lapras, Articuno, technically Ice type. But anywhere Gyarados has popped up, this guy, I'm pretty sure, has it, which is just, I'd love to see that. I have goals for my own collection with Pidgeot and Pidgey. I want all of those, so like I love collections like this, and it's just thick with cool memorabilia, which a lot like this one from Zogdilla, a little bit lighter, but it's still great collection starring Charmander, Charizard, the whole family. We've got a lot of graded cards in here from like all sorts of different generations in there, like a lot of modern it looks like, but even some slightly more classic ones. There's also a few Pikachu things in there, which, I mean, pretty classic. I do love a Sylveon. Got some Sylveon in there and some other of the evolutions. And then on that bottom shelf, looks like there's a bit of more modern product, so always got to love the modern stuff. There's a Shining Legends ETB in there, spotting that. But a really cool collection, and just overall, like, I love just a clean, organized look to it. And there's even in like the top right corner, there's even like a little like Mew doll, which kind of looks like this one that was posted up from Whitefire 2004. This thing is really creepy. I love Mew. I just don't think that this was not it. Not about it. But mattinwaukeeiowa, I think I said that right. This is a really clean collection also. I love the like glass cabinetry on this, and just such a solid collection of Pokemon cards in here. We've got a lot of the great like illustrator cards in here featuring some of the more like modern Pokemon. There's also like a sealed collection of some more, I don't know, maybe like vintage is the right word, but some classic Pokemon packs, all nicely protected in there. There's also just some more of his like favorite Pokemon, it looks like. Got some Tyrannitars. We got some of those gold cards that came out recently. I think that was Crown Zenith. Then at the bottom, we've got Jesse and James. Love to see an appearance. And I think those are just some other like various booster boxes from like Japanese and English sets. So it's kind of got like a mix. We got a Rayquaza on the other bottom shelf with some Charizard, some other cards. And then this shelf has got some fantastic full art Pokemon. And there's even the shiny Rayquaza, Jealous. And then, yeah, just a great collection of cards up and down and left and right. We've got lots and lots of illustrator cards. Those have been fantastic since they started coming out. Such a good move from Pokemon Company. Like, very nice. And then LuckyPatience 7057 has the Shrine, he calls it. This is really good looking, except the top shelves on this collection. Send help. Those things are, they're about to give out. I don't know. But some fantastic art above from an artist. I'll link them down below. Starting on this right shelf, we have a lot of modern day ETBs, it looks like. Also, love a Score Bunny. But lots of modern sealed collection in there. He's also got some of the remint Terrarium figures, which I love to see. And then on that bottom shelf, super nice to see some Heart Gold, Soul Silver. We got the Sword and Shield Nintendo Switch Lite. There's even the 3DS in there from Diamond and Pearl. Honestly, super solid video game collection down there with Colosseum and Gale of Darkness in there. I think I see, is that some like Pokemon Ranger copies in there? That right shelf is looking pretty good. But over on the left shelf, mostly some modern day. We got, I mean, some Hidden Fates, some Sun and Moon in there. But there's also these like weird pill things. I think that's what those are. I'm hoping that's candy. On that middle shelf. I do love that Wilmer plushie though, with the Pikachu and Eevee on it. That was a nice pickup. I don't know where to get that, but I want it. And I actually really like the use of the Pokeball tin cardboard boxes on there. That is way better to just keep that and stuff your Pokeballs in there for like long-term storage. I believe those are sealed. They look sealed. But actually, I think I might make some changes. I think I'm gonna pick some of those up from Costco. But again, super solid collection on those bottom shelves with like, I'm pretty sure he's got the full collection of Game Boy games of all the Pokemon games, plus an Ash hat in there. Gotta be careful when you say that. And I think one lone Trick or Trade booster pack on the bottom right. It's probably still filling that shelf in. And then here's some close-ups of the art that he's got above the shelves. There's this fantastic Lugia. Just, I don't know, this is really good art. Like, and I love Wingull and Lapras, like all around, super solid photo. And then on the other side, we've got what looks to be like Ash riding a Charizard, looking up at Ho-Oh, going off into the sky. This is some beautiful art. I'll make sure to link those down in the description, along with like anything else I can find, if it's like on Etsy, eBay, whatever it is, just in case you guys want to like help, you know, give that extra oomph to your own collection. Trying to make sure you guys get covered. Now, Master Hoopa has some like really solid looking shelves with some really great acrylic encased booster boxes, but that bottom shelf is stacked with, I don't know how legit those are, but if those are base set, like, I wouldn't know if I'd be posting this photo. That's a lot of money to be showing off to people. And looking at the comments, Master Hoopa on here says that he actually got them from a cousin of a friend who had them squirreled away, he says. The cabinet itself is a dry storage cabinet, so it regulates the humidity and temp, which is always nice. You gotta make sure to take care of those cards. But overall, a very, very valuable collection, it seems like. So these are all legit. Like, I don't even, that's a lot of money, man. Then, changing gears to still a solid collection, but not quite as expensive. We have Dr. Hudat 0001 updating his collection. Seems like he collects a lot of the Japanese video games, which, I mean, honestly, much more affordable and usually a little bit more available in better condition. He's got Pokemon Quest in there. Looks like he's got some of the mystery dungeons, Pokemon Ranger, some really solid pickups. And in the comments of the post, he is asking for, you know, what's the best way to present these things. So hopefully this video helps out a little bit for him and as well as you. So if you have any like thoughts, comments on how you want to display it, how you prefer to do things, put it down in the comments. Or if you would like to be on the video, make sure you're posting up on Pokemon TCG collections, Pokemon collections. All of these are on Reddit, or feel free to email me here. Just submit some decent photos of your collection if you'd like to, provide some extra details. Let's get you on these videos. I love to show off these things. Now, probably one of my favorite things I've ever seen. There's a user, WorldWarAllen, built an actual fully animatronic Pidgey, and this dude like put in some work in here. He's got a whole YouTube channel, I'll link it below, where he put this thing together. He does a lot of funny content where he's like a Pokemon Ranger in different places. It's super solid, but it's an animatronic Pidgey. I love Pidgey, I love Pidgeot. So naturally, very drawn to this, but plus just the amount of work and the quality of work that he put into this to make an actual Pidgey that's just like turning and doing stuff. I love it. That's top tier. But I mean, let me know if I'm crazy down in the comments. I know it's a Pidgey, but just the technology, the effort. And now A Fishin posted up this photo. Supposedly, I haven't counted all the cards, but this is a fully complete, unlimited holographic from base set, fossil, and jungle, and it's all put into this like gigantic frame. This might take a little bit to like pan through it all, but there is just as far as I can tell, it's every holographic card from all of those sets. But he does say that there's two slight differences or like discrepancies in there. I don't have this whole thing memorized, so I mean, as we're scrolling through all of this, you let me know if you guys can see it. He does say that this is all posted into this frame using some matting with some cutouts in there, so you can place the cards inside of the little cutouts. And then there's construction paper putting a little bit of pressure behind the card to the glass, and then that construction paper is actually glued to the matting, but there's no like adhesives or anything touching the actual cards, which hopefully does preserve them. So the whole thing is just kind of like this big like pressure just pushing up against the glass. But some really fun ways that you can start to display some of your cards. So this one is coming from Sad Part 7809. This is their work badge. They work as a nurse, so Pokemon Center lady. I think this was a really fun idea. I don't have like salesperson as a card, but I think that would be really cool to have like just like in your work badge. Hopefully it's not a trainer card that's worth too much, but that'd still be really fun. Which then inspired Darth Poopy, great name, which is also not a trainer card, but they do have the doctor card, which apparently this person's a doctor, which I wonder if their patients know that they're called Darth Poopy on the internet, which probably I'll have to get this Pokemaniac. I don't know if the Glaire's getting it or not, but I'll have to get this Pokemaniac put into like a lanyard or something. That'd be pretty cool. But what's also cool is this signed card. This is coming from SM Collectibles 1 on Reddit. They were able to go to a con, it looks like, and they got their Jesse and James card signed by Rachel Lillis and Eric Stewart, who are the voice actors for Jesse and James. at the London Comic Con, and that's really cool. Part of me is a little 50-50 on maybe you should have just signed like the sleeve or the top loader, but they signed directly onto the card, which I guess arguably makes that, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. What should they have signed? Part of me hates to ruin a card, but also like the card is signed, which is I think more valuable, Which then PrismCard made a shadow boxed Charizard card. Now this is from the Charizard UPC, I believe. So this is one of the promo cards, but they like cut it all out. There's all sorts of different layers to it, so I don't even know if this took, you know, if it was like 5, 6 different cards, it looks like. A lot of, like, I mean, it's capturing the action, there's the depth. It does look pretty good. I don't know how I feel about, like, the destruction of a card like this. I mean, we see a lot on, like, TikTok with people doing the paintings and stuff, but it still looks pretty cool. I don't know. I can't really hate on it too much. I think I do, like I said, it's pretty cool, but I feel weird that we had to, like, destroy so many cards to get there. But also, I don't even know what the value of that card is right now, if it's even worth anything. Maybe I'm causing drama for nothing. But I do feel a lot less passionate about doing stuff with your energy cards. So Lone Wolf 702 put those energy cards to use and made this cool little Gengar sculpture. I love the creativity here. It says, please don't laugh, got bored and created this monster. Definitely a lot of tape, it looks like, but it actually, I mean, all things considered, didn't turn out too bad. It says it took him about an hour and that he chose Gengar because he thought that it would be the easiest one to make. I think it's a nice creative idea. Got kind of like the creative juices going in my head that like maybe we buy all these ETBs, we get all these stacks of energy cards. Like, we should probably do something with them. Which Lori Pie 468 definitely did something super cool, because we also have a lot of tins left over from a lot of the things that we open. And so they were able to put this all together into this cool, like, light up tin thing. Kind of like a stained glass kind of look. But I love this. This is so cool. Reusing one of the tins that we usually get like 4 or 5 packs of cards in there, but backed it with a bunch of cards. Looks like they put some like fairy lights or something in there, and maybe some like cotton or some sort of diffusion in there to light up some of these cards that took the shape of a Charizard. So this was super cool. I'm gonna keep looking for a link to these, but I think they only do just like by request commissions. But this is a great idea. Like, that would be awesome to have like up on one of these shelves or something, you know, just like lighting up across the whole top. And now somehow I always find these posts where people just have stuff stored in really weird places. This is a very solid collection though. So taking a look at underneath OSR SS Slay, I don't know how to pronounce it, but underneath their friend's bed, super weird, but underneath their bed is just a treasure trove of Pokemon cards in there. Lots of single pack blisters, lots of the 3 packs. There's some boxes back there. It looks like it's all basically modern day stuff, but like there's a lot of money underneath this person's bed. There's tins, there's the mini tins, and supposedly this goes down a couple layers deep. But these types of things, these odd storage places, always kind of stress me out, because I always think something bad's going to happen. But K Baker 48 actually did have something bad happen, unfortunately. So be mindful of where you place things, because their basement flooded and took out a lot of product. So their binder is just wrecked, their card boxes, there's just stacks of cards just ruined. They even had sealed cases of booster boxes. So just so much money, that an investment and like passion that is just completely ruined. And so be mindful of where you're storing stuff, especially if it's down in the basement. Make sure you get stuff off the floor, because you never know. There's going to be a crazy rainstorm, your water heater freaks out, I don't know. But protect your investments is basically what I'm trying to say. But on a more positive note, Anna Bears 89, their son has this fantastic collection. I do love this type of stuff where it's like just a solid theme, and plus I just love when kids are getting into the hobby and like they're just excited about these, and there's just, you know, you can't replicate it. But there's an Espeon collection here. We've got the Espeon Pokeball, we've got the Espeon in the frame, the plushie, the Mega Blocks, and also there in the background, there's the Espeon Funko, plus a couple other things it looks like in the background. I think there's like a Tails back there. And there is a flocked Funko Pop of Espeon that's coming out soon. I don't know if the pre-orders are still open for that, but I know they were open for a while on Amazon. It's an exclusive there. So definitely this kid needs to get one of those. But I do just love like those like illustrator cards and the frames. I think that looks so good. Much like this one from Paul Mendez, it looks like is the name. They've got an Etsy shop. and he says that the new evolution line stories are the best thing that Pokemon TCG has done in a while. I do agree pretty heavily, just because I love seeing the like first evolution where it's young, and then the final evolution where like the trainer's maybe a little bit older, and like just the evolution of the scene, also the evolution of the Pokemon. And those frames are up on Etsy, so again, I'll have that stuff linked down below if you do want to check those out. Much like these display stands from H2O for you. Remember to stay hydrated. But these are really cool. Some of these are official Pokemon Center ones from Japan, but there's also some that are custom made. And I just like the Misty one looks fantastic. There's also one, I don't know if this is official or not, but there's a Lycia and Altaria one. That one looks super cool. Love that card. And then even seeing like the extension of Green's exploration. But like stuff like this is why I love these videos, because you just see such cool new things with the cards. I know the frames have been around for maybe just like a little bit, but I just love seeing what like everybody's doing. Hopefully you're excited. If you do like these videos, hit that like button. Getting into some more of the themed collections. I don't know why I never thought to do this, but a zoo full of ducks put together a collection of all of the Radiant Pokemon all in one binder. And I don't know why I never really thought to do this, but it's a very simple idea, but it looks fantastic all together and reminds me just how few there were of these cards. But I did love the holographic pattern on them. This was really cool. I think it was a little bit short-lived. Maybe could have been a little bit more impactful, but it's the same thing as like the amazing rares that came out for like a super hot minute. But also this is reminding me that I am missing a few of these, so that's unfortunate. Now this next one, this collection is just straight trash. Username You're Kinda Terrible has a whole collection of every Garboater card, and I just love this theme. It says that everyone's collections are so basic. Charizard, Gengar, and so he presents to us the greatest Pokemon ever created, the Garboater. Love to see like the V Pokemon, all of like the different languages that he was able to collect them in. There's the plushies. Like I love themes like this. It's so good. So I do encourage you guys to make cool collections like this, because it's just so much fun to do and it just looks fantastic. And another unique way to throw your Pokemon together. So we have user Melody Rose Lane with all of the Sleepy Pokemon. This is their Sleepies collection. It's literally like every illustration card that the Pokemon is kind of like sleeping or has their eyes closed. And again, I didn't even think about this, and this is such a fantastic idea where we have all of these Pokemon sleeping, just lounging about. That's super cool. And like, again, you get to like pass through all of these old generations and just the different generations of cards, and it looks awesome. So like whatever theme you start seeing, like if it's like Pokemon in the background or a particular Pokemon, like you can do a lot with this and make it really exciting. Then getting into some of the weirder stuff for collections, somebody else out there collects the cardboard sleeves from like the cardboard sleeved packs. I love this because I also have a bunch of these. Like I literally have like a Cosmic Eclipse one. Like I saved these things, and it's Uncle Kevin also saves these things. He's got a whole box of them. Love to see it. I don't know, am I weird for collecting trash? Is Kevin weird for collecting trash? You let me know down in the comments. And finally, Cultural Reality has actually done a really cool project where they've like taken off all of the painting on the card, all of the ink, and this is just the holographic. And so they actually are collecting the holofoils from like the whole history of Pokemon, and it's super cool to see all of the various like print styles and like types of holographic that's on there. And that's just super interesting because normally we just kind of see like either on like the image of the card, the border, like whatever it is. And so it's cool to just kind of see like a full holographic card like that. I don't know, super interesting. And if you find these videos interesting, be sure to subscribe. We're trying to do them monthly at least, but make sure send in your submissions of your collection either through those various Reddit communities or email me. I have everything linked down below in the description if you want to do that, as well as pick up some items for your own collection. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. Take care of each other out there, and I'll see you very soon on the next one.